Three big-name free agents that would make a splash for the Browns, according to Dog Pound Daily. A couple of them defensive end edge rushers. So Chandler Jones, Harold Landry are the two D-end edge rushers, and also safety Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, I would start with Tyrann Mathieu because I love the Honey Badger. He was somebody who, the last couple of years when it came to a possible cap casualty, I've had my sights on for him as well. And, you look at him, like it says here in the article as well, the fact that he's only going to turn 30 in May, he's still at that high level. And on top of that, again, he still has those instincts that you looked for with him coming out of LSU. He still has that. He still has the athleticism. And also, he fills a little bit of a role where he can be that safety, that do-it-all player on defense, and that Swiss Army knife that you really need because, you look at a Ronnie Harrison that you had last year, he was more of a box safety. You had, MJ Stewart who could kind of do it all a little bit for you there, playing the slot as well. But, you also look at John Johnson, who's somebody who can play a little bit up closer to the line. He didn't play as much previously, but, played a little bit more off the line of scrimmage and back in coverage this year with Cleveland. But again, Tyrann Mathieu can be that guy who can play in the slot. He can play at that deep safety if you need him to. He can play closer to the line. Whatever you need him to do, he can handle that. So again, I think that he would be a phenomenal fit. I don't know if Kansas City will let him go, but then you also look at the Harold Landry. I would love to have him in Cleveland, but at the same time, again, I don't know if Tennessee is going to let him out of their grasp, possibly a franchise tag type of player situation. But then you also have Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones, I don't know if that would be the fit for Cleveland. Mainly because of the fact that, again, the age factor, you look at Andrew Berry and who he tends to sign, he typically goes after guys who are a little bit younger. If they're veterans, maybe it's younger guys, in their early 30s. Again, you have Chandler Jones, who's a little bit further along in his career at this point. I don't necessarily know if that's the best fit for Cleveland, but if we're talking about a splash, I would love Harold Landry and I would love Tyrann Mathieu.